Well, the fighting in Ukraine has intensified. Russian bombers they continue to bomb several parts of Ukraine, particularly the eastern part of Ukraine. The biggest concern for the Indian authorities is the fact that many medical students are stuck in different parts of Ukraine, particularly in the worst affected eastern areas like Kharkiv. We are going across live to some of the students who are stranded in Kharkiv. They are in those underground metro stations. They've been asked to take cover. They've been there for the last few days. Now, the level of concerns are increasing because of the fact they're wondering when the evacuation will take place. The Indian government issuing a fresh advisory today, asking all those who are stuck up not to move out without consulting the Indian embassies. But for the students who are there in these underground metro stations, they are wondering how they are going to reach out from the eastern part of Ukraine to the other side, to the western side of Ukraine, where the Indian government says they're trying to evacuate. I'm joined by some of the students. Amrit Pal Singh from the Kharkiv. From Kharkiv, he's stuck up in one of the underground metro stations. Amritpal, first tell us what's happening. Since how long you've been stuck in that underground metro station?
Sir, from past 2 days, sir, we are stuck in this metro station, and like our groceries are like we are exhausted from the groceries. We are not left with no more like 3 to 4 liters of water,
Right.
and we are like, eating 2, 3 bread slices like at a time, and we're surviving here. And it's too cold here.
What is the situation there like? Have you been able to go out of the metro station and buy more grocery, or what is the situation like?
Sir, it's very difficult to go out from the metro station because, like, if at on own risk, if we go out from the metro station, like there are sirens, there are like there is a shelling, and so we have to come back to a metro station, respective metro station. Like, for let's talk about the yesterday. I went out from the metro station and like stood in a line to buy few breads, and like I stood there like for 3 hours, and after that, suddenly shelling started. I went back empty-handed, sir.
Also joined by Shivang Sharma. He's stuck up in the Botanical Garden Metro in Kharkiv. Shivang, you've been there for how many days now?
The same condition from past 2 days we are here. Similar condition as said by Amit Pal Singh. Sir, we don't know for how long we have to stay there. It's a request through you to the Indian government that please help us to evacuate the Indians who are there in Kharkiv. We are like 5,000 students are stuck in Kharkiv. 5,000.
Right.
In the total of maybe 8,000 students are present in Ukraine, 5,000 are from Kharkiv. So
Right.
major chunk of the students are there in Kharkiv, and they are saying that they are evacuating. That's very good sign for them because student parents are saying for all. So it's our only request that please evacuate fast from Kharkiv. It's our only simple request to the government because we don't know how long we have to stay there, how long this war will go on. So similar with food supplies, for how much time we have to go outside, we don't know. Suddenly, I know we don't know, sir. So it's a request to the government that please take it seriously. If they are taking it seriously, then focus more on this thing, sir.
Right. Obviously, it's quite concerning, Shivang. We are hoping that even the Indian government will reach out to you very soon. Also, joining me from the Muzai metro station is Musana, another medical student. Musana, you tell me what is the situation out there? What is the status as far as the groceries and all the essentials which you've managed to stock up? What is the status of that?
No, sir. Actually, the condition is quite miserable here. We are stuck in a quite a small place. We 4 or 5 people are stuck in a bunker, with, inside a building, and we are completely exhausted with all the food and water, and we are not able to go outside actually because there is a continuous bombarding and shelling all over the city since 2 days. And we are students has started panicking from today onward because we earlier 2 days we were like holding on, but from today onward everyone is exhausted. They don't have food, water, and they have started panicking, and we are very worried because there is no like support from any of the embassy for the eastern part of the border, in the students who are in the eastern part of the border. All the students who are in the western border, they are being evacuated, but we are like 1500 kilometers away from the western border, and we don't have any mode of transportation, and there is a military rule here. Martial law is there, so we cannot go outside by our own, or we can arrange our own vehicles. So I request, I urge government to take any step and provide us any mode of transportation so that we can go to the border and can be evacuated. We are totally stuck here, and this part of the city, like we are uh, just beside the Russian border, 20 kilometers away from the borders, and we have no source of like, and we are like, right now I'm inside a bunker, but we don't know how long we will be here, because anytime electricity can power can cut off, and we won't have any internet connection, and we won't be able to reach to you or any other government officials. So I urge everyone to do whatever
Musana, I
is
can
possible.
understand the kind of situation you are in. Amritpal, if I can come back to you again, if you can show me around, what is the situation? I can see some of the students huddled together. I mean, if you can show me what's happening there right now.
So yes, sir. Basically, we are this much students living here. Like we have all our luggages, some of the water, like this 5 liter of water we all have, and just we are stuck here in this dark place, and we don't know for how long we have to be here. And sir, the major point of concern here is like they're not talking about the eastern borders that they will evacuate. The government officials are saying that they are evacuating students from the western borders. Sir, we are in Kharkiv. We are on the extreme eastern border, and it is approximately around 1500 kilometers from here to the west. And sir, during this active war zone, it's really very difficult, and not difficult, it's not even possible to go out to buy groceries. And how we will able to reach to the west to go out from this country, sir? So the major point of concern is
when was the last time you went out to buy those essentials? When was the last?
So it was yesterday's morning. I talked about. I just went out to buy some food, and suddenly shelling started. I just went back empty-handed, sir.
So till how long the stocks are going to last?
Sir, not more than 2-3 days, sir. I think so. Like 2-3 days, if we'll eat very less.
Right.
Very less, like 1 or 2 times a day, 2 to 3 slices of bread. A single
And
person.
has anyone from the Indian Embassy tried to contact you guys, or anyone from your university? I understand you all students of the Kharkiv University, the National Medical University. Has the university or someone from the Indian Embassy tried to get through to you?
Sir, yesterday I sent them the mail. I got the mail address from the Indian Embassy. I sent them the mail that we are running out of food and water. They replied in at around 1 a.m. in the night. It was like computer generated email, like don't worry, we are evacuating from that part, Romania and Hungary border only. So don't worry, you take your own transport and go to that border. They are still not understanding that we can't go out, and plus after 2 hours they are issuing a statement like stay wherever we are, don't use your own transportation. They are giving us mixed signals till now to what we have to do.
So till yesterday they told you to move out, and now there's the new advisory which says that you continue to stay put wherever you are.
Yes, sir.
The major point of concern is the embassy. Like when we are trying to reach the embassy, there are not favorable answers from the embassy. They are not trying to listen to us. We are saying where we have been stuck, and they are getting emails from us and replying like after 2-3 hours in this emergency situation. And the emails we are getting is like computer generated emails that don't worry, we are evacuating. We have emailed for food, that we are running out of food resources, and they have replied that don't worry, we'll evacuate you from the western side. They have started evacuation, and we don't know when they will reach to us, sir.
Right. Well, you all of you, please take care. What we can only hope is that the Indian Embassy and the Indian government is able to get through to you, and you manage to be evacuated from Kharkiv. As we mentioned, that it's on the far eastern side of Ukraine, which has bore the brunt of maximum attack from the Russian forces, that the students are stuck in those underground metro stations, about 5,000 of them in Kharkiv alone. And they are uncertain about when the evacuation will finally take place, because the evacuation right now is completely focused on the western part of Ukraine, to borders which are closer to Poland and Hungary. But as we mentioned, that on the eastern side, it's extremely difficult, extremely dangerous for these students to venture out and actually move towards the western border, because there's a huge distance to be covered. We only hope that the Indian government is finally able to evacuate, though the Ministry of External Affairs insisting that they have begun evacuation, and very soon, hopefully, most of the students who are stranded there will be evacuated. All of you, please take care. We hope that you will be evacuated soon. And thanks so much for joining us live on this special broadcast. We'll keep on providing you updates on with the welfare of the students there who are stuck in Ukraine. Meanwhile, thanks for watching.